What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Keflos here, and today we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Mass Effect 3. So as usual, if you guys want to enjoy it, hit that big red sub button down below, leave a like on this video as well. I'll be grateful and appreciative of your support, but most importantly, you won't miss whenever I upload the next episode here on my channel. And with that being said, let's jump right back in and let's get things started. So what we are doing here in Mass Effect 3 today is we are going to go ahead and continue with the storyline mission. I have to admit something first. Today's episode is gonna be, I don't want to say boring, but it's gonna be really mild, essentially, if you get what I'm trying to say. So it's gonna be a bit, I don't know, it's gonna be a bit bland. I'll be very honest with you, because I don't want to waste your time. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit bland. Why I say that is because today we're gonna go ahead and do a lot of interacting, a lot of talking. In fact, I'm gonna show you one interaction, and I'm probably gonna do the rest off camera, because the last thing I want to do is give you 20 minutes of me running around, you know, speaking to NPCs. I don't think it's right of me to do so, but yeah, I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So let's just go ahead and get into the main. In fact, this is gonna be the highlight of the episode, and the highlight itself is gonna be dialogue. So you can imagine what you're in for today. So, like I said, today what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and speak to the Asari Councilor here on the Citadel. She approached us, well, not approached us, she called us, essentially, in the last episode. She called us saying that she wants to speak to us in regards to some meeting, essentially, regarding the war effort, as you can see here. So she is in the Councilor's office right here, the Earth Councilor. Of course, Donald Udina is dead. The rat, he is dead. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and speak to her. She is apparently in here, so let's just go ahead and see if she is behind this doors.
I want all remaining files secured and marked for Tentron clearance only. Commander Shepard, thank you for coming.
Did you find something?
The Council has ordered a full review into Donald Udina's activities. We're still piecing together his coup attempt. But that isn't why I asked you here. The situation is growing urgent for my people. We're aware your crucible is still missing a key component.
The catalyst. Do you know something?
Not exactly, but there is an artifact on our homeworld, Thessia, known only to highest levels of my government.
What is it?
With any luck, it's a means to help you locate the catalyst. The artifact is kept in a temple located at these coordinates. I've ordered a scientific team to meet you there.
If this artifact is so important, why keep it hidden?
Every species in the Citadel has its secrets, Commander. But this one, in the wrong hands, would upset the balance of galactic power.
The Reapers are doing that right now.
Which is why I'm bringing this to you.
Why the sudden cooperation?
The Reapers' progress has changed everything. The matriarchs are growing desperate. For the first time in our history, Thessia is vulnerable. For all our intellect, we're outmatched by Reaper firepower.
I'll do what I can.
Whether you know it or not, you've become the sole ray of hope in a very dark night. Goddess be with you.
Okay, so that is the meeting done, and as you can see, we've unlocked a new mission in the journal. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at it real quick. Sorry, not the save button, that's the wrong tab. Journal, there we go. So Priority Tessa, this is the mission that we've unlocked. So this involves us going to the Asari homeworld. This is a very fun mission according to my memory, but of course we're gonna go ahead and leave that for some of the time, because there isn't enough time to even start Priority Tessia. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just complete off some stuff on the Citadel, because again, I'm gonna pull up the journal again. I probably shouldn't have backed out so early, but yeah, we have a couple of side quests that we can complete. This involves talking to people, and as I've said, it's very repetitive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna do one or two, and then I think you guys will get the idea of you know, how it works. So essentially, this is also another thing I want to say is that if you're wondering, like, how did I acquire? Did I complete this quest by acquiring the artifacts or the the objects of interest. Also, again, it's a very repetitive process. It involves going to each planet, going to each planet, dropping a scan, dropping a probe, and essentially it's gonna just automatically bring back a artifact or an object of interest first. So again, like I said, very boring, very repetitive, and I felt it was the right decision to cut out that part entirely. So what we're gonna do is, before we do all that, let's head back into, well, not head back, but we are gonna head into the Spectre Requisitions office, because I want to go ahead and purchase a couple of things. I believe I left out a few similar stuff. Like I said earlier, we had some items and some objects of interest that we want to go ahead and hand to the random NPCs. We also have a couple of objects of interest and a couple of artifacts that we left on the field. These are exclusively on the missions that we have undertaken, and I must have forgot about them or did not notice them. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase them real quick. As you can see, we have Reaper Code fragments and the GEF jamming tech. I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly purchase both of these, because I believe there are people on the Citadel that that requires all that. And at the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase the Black Widow one as well. That is because Garrus currently is using the N7 Typhoon, but he is a sniper rifle wielder, and I think he occasionally uses the sniper rifle as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and purchase the Black Widow one. We're gonna give that to him, and hopefully he's gonna help melt people away. And coming back to the N7 Typhoon, there will be a bit of an update on that in a second in this episode. So yeah, just you know what I mean. Okay, so another thing I want to check is the Spectre terminal, and we have a new message for Captain Riley. She was the captain at the fuel depot, the fuel reactor, in the previous episode at Sion. I'm not really sure what's the planet name, how you pronounce that, but I think you get the gist. I'm not really sure what this is about, but I'm just gonna authorize it regardless. It's better to just close your eyes and authorize everything at the Spectre terminal. That is the approach to this particular part of the game. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and head back out. As I said, we're on the Citadel. We're gonna go ahead and speak to some NPCs. I believe we can speak to one of them here on this level, the Presidium Embassies level, and I believe it is an Elcor over here. So let's go ahead and speak to him real quick.
Urgently, human, I must speak to you on behalf of my people.
What is it?
Holding sorrow, Dakuna, my home world, the Reapers have come. Holding sorrow, our warriors are under siege, but your forces can rescue them. Urgently, please. All the other races have turned us aside.
How do your people fight?
Proudly, with VI-assisted infantry. Our soldiers carry heavy weapons into battle mounted on their backs. Mixed pride and shame, our enemies have called us living tanks, as well as names less flattering.
I'll take the Normandy as soon as we have time.
Relief. Thank you, Commander. Small hope. Perhaps we can evacuate some of our civilians when your forces arrive. Anxiously, I will remain here for news. Please hurry. Dakuna burns.
Alright, so that is also another side quest that we have acquired from this Elcor right here. We can probably check that out on the planet Dakuna, but we'll just leave that for the next episode, or potentially in future, because I'm not sure if we will be making another return trip to the Presidium or the Citadel. That is because we are again approaching towards the late game of this series of Mass Effect 3. We are approaching the end of it, so yeah, I think we might not be frequenting the Citadel too often. But anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head down to the next level. I think I want to head down to
Please select a destination.
where do we want to go first? I think we're gonna head down to Presidium Commons. That's because most of a bulk of the side quests are located there, and at the same time, I think we can speak to another NPC there. One of our crewmates up there as well. I think at this point you know who it is, so it's no secret that we are gonna go ahead and speak to Talizora. She is somewhere on the Presidium Commons level, if I'm not mistaken. But first, like I said, we are gonna do some shopping. What I want to do is gonna open up this Kanala Exports. shop. I want to get the Karshan snapping eel for our aquarium. It's 9.5k credits, but I feel like it's, you know, a worthy purchase essentially. So we have a couple of upgrades here. We're gonna leave that all for now because we're not really using it. Like the Blood Dragon armor, and I saw a couple of SMG upgrades as well. So we're gonna leave that all for now. Another thing we're gonna purchase are these model live ships here, the model Quarian live ship and the model Geth fighter. So a very nice, you know, very nice, well, pieces of decoration for the captain's cabin. I should probably showcase that to you guys whenever we have the time. I think we're just gonna go ahead and grab some of these armor pieces as well, like the Honey Kadar shoulder guard, and let's see what we have here. Honey Kadar gauntlets. Let's just go ahead and grab that. We might not even use it because we have better armor at this point, but you know, we're just gonna go ahead and grab it just for the sake of completion. So moving on, we are gonna go ahead and speak to one of the first NPCs here. I think it's a researcher in the courtyard, and as well as there will be a war strategist in the apartment level behind this wall here. I believe that one ties into one of the side quests. I'll show you which in a second. Let me just head up there real quick. It should be a Solarian that is on the right, and there he is. Okay, so I believe this guy is looking for a Cancleosaur fossil, which is this quest over here. They said a Cancleosaur fossil. I completed this quest by heading to the planet in Taisei, if you guys didn't know, or if you guys are unfamiliar. It's also, like I said, a very straightforward quest. You just go to the planet, go ahead and drop a probe, go ahead and scan it up, and you immediately, automatically, you get back the required mission item. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hand it over to him real quick.
Actually, I found a Cancleosaur skull preserved in amber. Maybe you could clone it, or...
You're kidding? You're kidding? Seriously? Well, if the genetic material is intact, we could... We've got cloning facilities on Surkesh. Cancleosaur genes were remarkably pliable. Cloning might be effective.
Cheers. Alright, so I guess that helped out his problem. So yeah, I think you get the gist. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna speak to NPCs and we're just gonna hand them the items. So, very repetitive, very boring, very quickly. Okay, the next thing we want to do right now is we're gonna go ahead and speak to Tally. She should be in the courtyard down here, I think. Is she down here? Apparently not. I don't see any Quarians here. What about... Oh, there she is. Okay. For some reason, this place is considered a courtyard as well. Is it part of the courtyard, essentially? I don't think so, but apparently this part is part of the courtyard. But regardless, let's go ahead and speak to Tali. Let's see what she wants.
Of course. We can have ships at the colony in 36 hours. Do you need medical support?
No, evacuating the colony is more than enough. Thank you, Ambassador.
Ambassador?
I'm coordinating actions for the fleet while we're here. Evacuating colonies, bolstering Turian defense lines. I think it was right here. 3 years ago to the day.
What?
This was where Saren's assassins fired at me. I'd just gotten to the Citadel. I didn't think I needed my barriers up. My mistake.
Saren had assassins after you?
Right. I disabled the Geth and found that recording that proved he was working with the Reapers. I went to Ilium and tried to inform the authorities, but Saren's mercenaries attacked me. I barely escaped. I stowed away on a Turian freighter and came out here. I thought I was safe.
I can understand Saren's thugs sneaking around in the wards, but the Presidium...
Silenced muzzle, polonium rounds. Nobody even heard it. It was just a jab in the arm. And then radiation and rupture warnings. It was the first time I'd been really hurt on my pilgrimage. I ran to the Council embassy, asked for protection, offered the data on Saren. The Turian clerk called me Soot Rat. He threatened to have me tossed off the station if I didn't leave.
I wish that clerk could see you now.
He just did. That was him back there. I don't think he remembers me.
Maybe we should go have a little talk with that clerk.
I spent 3 years waiting to come back and make his life hell. But when I finally saw him, he was just a clerk whose people desperately need help.
Which they'll get, thanks to you. Nice work, Ambassador.
This war is more important than grudges and prejudice. Maybe he and I both needed to grow up a little.
The difference is that you helped when it counted.
Thanks, Shepard. So did you.
Well, I think we can all learn a little something from that. I don't want to go ahead and start a preach on the video or in the comment section, but you know, I think we all can take away a little something from that. So anyway, we are gonna go ahead and move on for now, because we are running out of time as well. 15 minutes in. I really don't want to bore you guys too long with unnecessary conversations and interactions, but yeah, like I said, we can't speak to the researcher here, or I believe there's a Turian there who wants another object from one of the side quests, but I don't want to do that. I think you get the gist after me speaking to the Cacliosaur researcher earlier, so I think you know what I'm gonna do. Just pass the item and end it essentially. So the next thing I want to do, I think we're gonna end the video with this part. What I want to do right now, since we're on the Citadel, is I want to upgrade some of my weapons. So well, not upgrade some, but essentially at least upgrade one of my weapons, and I think you know what weapon is that. That's gonna be my favorite N7 Typhoon. Now the N7 Typhoon is a very good weapon as is, but with this upgrades, it's gonna be essentially just a, well, I would say it's just gonna melt through enemies even faster with the pre-existing powers and upgrades. So anyway, it should be in this store here, Casa Fabrication. Hopefully I'm at the right store. It has a lot in its inventory. I'm looking for the N7 Typhoon. There we go, N7 Typhoon. So as you can see, purchasing this will bring it up to level 2. There are 10 levels in total, so we are just gonna go ahead and you know, dump all our credits into this. So let's go ahead and start. Level 2 for 5.2k credits. Level 3 as well for another 5.2k credits. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a short little time lapse, a short little speed up, just to, you know, bring it to level 10, and I'll speak to you guys in a second. 9 and 10. Okay, there we go. So I believe that is it. We can only upgrade a weapon up to level 10, and now we have a level 10 N7 Typhoon. It should pop up for us here. There we go. You can see weapon upgraded. So that's gonna help melt through the enemies in our next mission. In fact, it's gonna help out a lot, because there's also gonna be a boss fight coming up. A bit of a spoiler, but I think those of you who are familiar with the trilogy will know what I'm talking about. So we are gonna have to end the video here because we are running out of time. This is a very laid back episode, very chilled episode, but I promise you in the next episode we are gonna go ahead and start a mission with all our new fancy schmancy gear and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for that, and of course I'm excited for my new N7 Typhoon. But regardless, like I said, we are running out of time, so we are gonna have to end the video here. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like on this video and hit that big red sub button down below. I'll be grateful and appreciative of your support, and at the same time you won't miss me to upload the next episode here on my channel. This is Kevlo signing off. Peace.